Last class we have discussed regarding SR latch and SR flip flop. Along with that, I told you D flip flop, its characteristic table, excitation table, all we have derived. Okay. Today we are going to uh, learn JK flip flop and we will write its truth table, characteristic table, and excitation table. Before going to that, just understand this. You can see the figure on my screen. The black colored thing which is having NAND gates, what it is called? It is called as the SR latch. Okay, the black color thing is the SR latch. Then with this black color thing, you can see a green color NAND gates are given as input. Okay, the output of this green colored three input NAND gate are given as input to the SR latch, and I have named them as J and K rather than R and S. Okay, because we had a problem in the SR flip flop that when both the inputs are one, it was in invalid state and we could not use them. So as a solution, what we have done, we have designed D flip flop by making both the R and its complement, by providing it as another input, right? We got D flip flop, which was solving our purpose only to store the data. Now let's learn JK flip flop and the one and one combination of input in the RS which was unused or say invalid state, how we can use it, how we can use it. So before understanding this in detail or before we try to make the truth table, let's review once the truth table of say NAND gate, truth table of NAND gate. Okay. Let's write the truth table for two input NAND gate. So when both inputs are 0, 0, 0, what is the output? You can say this is A, this is B. So this is A NAND with B. So what you will get when both are 0, it will be 1. When any of the input is 0, output will be 1. When both the inputs are 1, output is 0. Similarly, let's write the truth table for three input NAND gate. Three input NAND gate. When, let me write it, any of the input is 0, then output is 1. Any of the input is 0 out of 3. Okay, the output will be 1. And the other case is when all the inputs are 1, then the output is 0. Right? So we will take this into consideration and easily we can make the truth table of JK flip flop. Along with that, let me make a note here. The truth table of SR latch. Truth table of SR latch. So the value of S and R, if they were 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. So when S is 0, R is 0, it was acting as truth table of SR latch. Let me write NAND based. Okay, NOR 1, NAND based SR latch. When S and R are 0, it was considered as invalid state, and when it was 0, 1, the output was 1. When S is 1, R is 0, the output was 0, and when both are 1, it acts as memory. Right? It acts as memory. So we will take this thing into consideration to make the truth table of the JK flip flop. Okay, make the truth table of the JK flip flop. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, so you can see here. Right. Now see, we would like to make the truth table of JK flip-flop considering the clock and considering the previous or say present input Qn. Okay, you can see what is the difference between SR and JK flip-flop. We have here additional connectivity which is mentioned in this brown color. Qn is connected to the 3 input NAND gate with K, and Qn complement is connected to another 3 input NAND gate along with J. Right now, we would like to make truth table of this JK flip-flop. So let me do it in this way. So for JK flip-flop, what we'll consider is the previous. What are the inputs over here? You can see 3 inputs are there, right? One is clock, one is K, another is the previous one. So what I will consider is the previous or the present output Qn. Along with that, what is the value of J, what is the value of K, and what is the next state value Qn plus 1. Okay, so given the set of combination of JK, what will be my next output? What will be my next output? I should answer this. Okay, I should answer. So if 3 variables are there, how many combinations I will have? So let's say the current input is our current output Qn is 0, present output is 0, or the present output will be 1. Okay, so considering present output to 0, we can have the input combinations are 0 0, or it can be 0 1, it can be 1 0, it can be 1 1. Similarly here also the input combinations will be 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, and 1 1. Now let's fill the output Qn plus 1. So how to do for this 8? I have taken 8 different figures. So let's answer this. The first one. So you see in this figure, let's assume Qn, the present state is 0. Okay, for this first row. Okay, present state is 0, and I am giving a 0 here, a 0 here, right? So for a 3 input NAND gate, if any of the input is 0, for 3 input NAND gate, if any of the input is 0, what is the output? The output is 1. So here we get a 1, here also we get a 1, irrespective of the value of clock and UN. Okay, we get a 1 and 1. So in the SR latch, if both the inputs are 1, so what will happen? Look to the truth table. In SR latch, when both the inputs are 1, it acts as memory. So it means what? Qn plus 1 will be equal to Qn. So the next output will be what? It will be again 0, which is equal to the previous output. Okay, memory means what? The previous output will be equal to the next output, right? So what we can write in this truth table, when Qn is 0 and J and K is 0, Qn plus 1 will be equal to Qn. That is, it will be 0. So let me write it act as memory. Okay, or we can say no change in the previous output. Okay, no change in the previous output. Now we will consider in the next figure the same set of inputs along with the previous output as 1. Okay, let's say the previous output Qn. Let me take this is 1. Okay, and along with that I have considered J to be 0, K to be 0. This one. Okay, Qn is 1 and J is 0, K is 0. So if any of the input of the 3 input NAND gate is 0, output of the NAND gate is 1. Now, when both the inputs of SR latch is 1, when both the inputs of SR latch is 1, it acts as memory. So it acts as memory means what? The next state will be equal to the previous state. So the next state Qn plus 1 will be equal to the previous state, that is 1. So the previous state was 1, so the next state will be also be 1. So there is no change. Right? Now let's change J and K to be 0, 1. Okay. So let me take Qn to be 0, the present output to be 0, and I'm taking J as 0, K as 1, right? So if any of the input to 3 input NAND gate is 0, it produces output 1. Now when K is 1, here, K is 1, and assume that this clock is also 1, and this previous output is 0, which is connected to this 0. So we are getting the output of 3 input NAND gate is 1, 1. Okay. Now when it is 1, 1, what will happen? When it is 1, 1, it will act as memory, right? So Qn plus 1 will be what? Qn plus 1 will be equal to Qn, that is 0. Okay. So what combinations we have taken? Qn was 0 and this was 0, 1. So the answer we got as 0, right? Now let's take this example. Okay. J and K value. So considering Qn to be 1, J and K is 0, 1. So any input of 3 input NAND gate is 0. It results in 1. Now here you see K is 1, clock is 1, and this previous output is also 1. So 3, 1 at a 3 input NAND gate will result as a 0. Okay. Now consider this black colored one, which happened to be SR latch. When one input is 1 and the other input is 0. See this table. When S is 1, R is 0, the output is 0, isn't it? The output is 0. So we will get Qn plus 1 here to be equal to 0. So 1 was the previous state, next state it will be equal to 0. So let's note it. So it's 0. Now coming to this, I will take Qn to be 0 and Jk to be 1, 0. So Qn to be 0 and Jk to be 1, 0. In the next one, what I will take? Qn to be 1 and this to be 1 and 0, right? So let's do it simultaneously. Now see the first one. When Qn is 0, J is 1, K is 0. So K is 0 will produce what? 1 over here. And when J is 1, J is 1, clock will be 1. See, all this will be functional when clock is 1. Okay. So we are taking the clock 1 condition. So J is 1, clock is 1. And Qn complement is connected to the another input. So Qn complement is 1. So all three are 1, which results to 0 at its output. So SR latch input is 0, 1. SR latch input is 0, 1. You can go to the table. SR latch input is 0, 1. So the output is 1. Okay. So what will happen here? Qn plus 1, the output is, okay, the output is 1. So let's write here Qn was 0, which is 1, 0. Okay. So Qn is 0, this is 1, 0. The output is 1. Similarly, go for this case when Qn is 1 and input is 1, 0. Now go for this case. So any input is 0 will result in 1. So J is 1 here and clock is 1 here, but Qn prime is 0 here. It will also result into 1. So Qn plus 1 will be equal to Qn previous state, which is equal to 1, right? So what we will get here? This will be also 1, right? Now comes the case of input 1 and 1. So which was causing problem in SR flip-flop when both inputs were 1, 1. We had some problem in the SR flip-flop. Now when both inputs are 1 with present output as 0, let's see what we are getting. Okay, this two scenario, present output is 0, present output is 1, and along with this both the inputs are 1. Okay, both the inputs are 1. So what will happen? Clock is 1 here, and when Qn is 0, you get a 0 here. So if any input is 0, it will result in 1, and here clock is 1 and Qn complement is 1. So it will result in 0. So 0 1, 0 1 input to SR latch, 0 1 input to SR latch. The output is 1. Okay, so Qn plus 1 is equal to 1, right? This will be 1. Similarly, this case you see Qn is 1. So you get a 1 here, clock is 1 here. So it results in the output 0, and you can see Qn complement is 0. So we get a 1 here. This is 1 0, 1 0. So 1 0 means you will get a 0, right? The output will be 0. So what happens when clock is high? When clock is high, look to this figure. When clock is high, again I'm explaining, understand carefully. When clock is high, J is 1, K is 1. Okay, clock is high, J is 1, K is 1, and previous or say present output Qn is 0, then what happens? When Qn is 0, this 0 comes over here, right? Which results into 1. Okay, and this results over 0 here, so 0 1, right? 0 1 results to 1 at this point. Okay, 0 1 results to 1 at this point. Now what happens again when it becomes 1, the next state it becomes 1, this 1 again comes here. Okay, this 1 again comes here, right? So 1 1 1, again it becomes 0, again it becomes 1, right? So again the next state becomes 0, again the next one becomes 1, again the next one becomes 0. So it goes on. This is called as race around condition. So JK flip-flop have a problem which is called as race around condition. The limitation of JK flip-flop is race around condition. It means what? Let me draw it. Okay. So if you have clock like this, okay, when you have clock like this, now this is clock. Okay. So I'm taking this as J. Okay. So J is 1. Okay. J is 1. Similarly, I take another input to be K. Okay. So I take K also to be 1. Okay, this is K. So what happens? The output. Okay, the output, which I will draw this color, it's a Qn. The output. What happens when the clock is high? When the clock is high, let me magnify it further. When the clock is high, what happens? The output goes from, when clock is high, J is 1, K is 1. Okay. When clock is high, you can see this figure. When clock is high, J is 1, K is 1. Right? So the output switches over from 0 1 0 1 like this. Okay. So this is up to this point, you can see. So it goes on changing from 0 to 1. Right. Now, what will happen when clock is zero? When clock is zero, it will act as memory. Whatever is the previous state, it will continue. You can see, continue up to this point. Again, what happens? Okay, 0 1 0 1 0 1. This is called as the trace around condition. Okay, right. This is called as the trace around condition of JK flip flop. Okay. Trace around condition of JK flip flop. So let's fill this output. Okay. So the next state was 1 when Qn was 0 in the table. Okay. Let's go to the table. This case, so we got it 1 over here, and this was 0. And it's always toggling. Okay, it's always toggling from continuously toggling from 1 to 0 0 to 1 1 to 0 0 to 1. This is called as trace around condition. Okay, now taking this truth table into account, we will make the characteristic table. Taking this truth table into account. Okay, so I'm copying this. We will make the characteristic table. Right. So this is truth table of JK flip flop. Okay, let me write. This is truth table of JK flip flop. Right. Now let's make the characteristic table out of this truth table. Okay, over here. What I'll write, this is J, this is K, and let's say this is the next state. Okay. What will happen when J is 0, K is 0? Look to the circumstance when J is 0 and K is 0. We have these two cases. So what is relationship between Qn plus 1 with Qn? See, in the both cases, Qn plus 1 is equal to Qn, isn't it? In both the cases which are rounded up, Qn plus 1 is equal to Qn. So we will write this is equal to Qn. Now when J is 0, K is 1, what is happening? When J is 0, K is 1, here and here. You can see the Qn plus 1 is 0. It is not depending on Qn. So it's 0, right? Now when J is 1, K is 0. J is 1, K is 0. The output is 1, isn't it? This one. When J is 1, K is 1. Here. When J is 1, K is 1. You can see the output is complement of the present output. Okay. So what we'll take when both the inputs are 1, it's complement of. Okay. So from this truth table, let's give an expression to Qn plus 1. From this truth table, what will be the expression for Qn plus 1? You can say we will take a 3 variable K map, isn't it? Let's take a 3 variable K map and express it. Right. We will take here Qn and We'll take here JK, let's say 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So where you have 1 at these 4 places, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, 6 here, right? And others were 0, isn't it? Now you can make a combination, right? Make a group. This will be one group and this will be another group, isn't it? What will be the value of Qn plus 1 for this group? What we can write? It's Qn complement J plus, for this one what we can write? It's Qn K complement. Qn K complement. So this is an expression of the next state output in terms of J and K and previous and present state output, right? So if you would like to make the uh, excitation table, how can we make? Let's say we'll make it over here. So Qn plus 1. What is the value of J and K? What is the value? So when Qn is 0, Qn plus 1 is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay. When Qn is 0, Qn plus 1 is 0. Look to the truth table. Okay. Look to the truth table. Yes. You can see now. When Qn is 0, Qn plus 1 is 0. This case and this case. What is the J and K? J is 0, K is either 0 or 1. Right. So what we can write for these cases? J is 0, K is don't care. Now when Qn is 0 and Qn plus 1 is 1, 0, 1. Qn is 0, sorry, not this one. And Qn plus 1 is 1, this one. Okay. And where else you find this? Here. So J is 1, K is don't care. Okay. J is 1, K is don't care. J is 1, K is don't care. Now when Qn is 1, Qn plus 1 is 0, 1, 0. You can see this one. Okay. So here K is 1, J is don't care. Okay. K is 1, J is don't care. And when 1, 1 is there, you can see this one and this one. K is 0, J is don't care. So from here you can express J and K in terms of Qn and Qn plus 1. Right? So this is a two variable problem. You can take two variable problem. This Qn plus 1, right? For J, you would like to find an expression. So this is 0, 1, 0, 1. So J is 1 where? You can see J is 1 where? When Qn is 0, Qn plus 1 is 1, 0, 1 here. And this is don't care, this is don't care. You can make a group like this. So J can be expressed as Q n plus 1. Similarly, give an expression to K. Again, it is a two variable problem, right? This is Qn, this is Qn plus 1, right? 0, 1, 0, 1. So you can see this is don't care and 0, 1. This is also don't care and 1, 0. You have a 1 here. This is 0. So you can make a group over here, right? And express K. K is nothing but Qn plus 1 complement, right? So this is from the excitation table, right? So this is what all about JK flip-flop. You need not confuse, right? I have explained in an easy manner. Go through this. What problem we found here is the race around condition. Okay, problem we found here is the race around condition. Okay, so in order to solve this race around condition, we have another type of flip flop called as T flip flop. Right, so quickly we will see this. We have another type of flip flop called as T flip flop. So T stands for toggle. Okay, so T stands for toggle. Right here, the output keeps on toggling from 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 like that. Right. So because of this, it never stops. Toggle means what? Deliberately, either it will go to this state or that state, which can be stopped. But race around condition cannot be stopped. Okay, so what we will do, let's say we have a JK flip flop like this. Okay, so let me write this is J and K. We have another input. Let's say this is clock, right? We have input JK and we denote this output as Qn, and this is as Qn complement. What is proposed is, let's say I name it as T and I feed the same input here. Okay, and let's see what happens. So when T is equal to 0, what will happen? We will consider clock to be 1. Okay, when clock is 0, obviously it will act as memory. So let's put it in the tabular form. Let's put it in the tabular form. So we have clock, we have T, and we have the next output Qn plus 1. So when clock is 0, then irrespective of the value of T, it will act as memory. Qn plus 1 will be equal to Qn. Okay. Now when clock is 1 and T is 0, when clock is 1 and T is 1, what happens? When clock is 1 and T is 0, when T is 0, both inputs of J and K are 0 0. So what will happen? It will act as memory. When both inputs of J and K are 0 0, it will act as memory. Look to the truth table. Okay. Look to the truth table. When both the inputs are 0, it will act as memory. Okay, so it is acting as memory, so it will be equal to Qn, and these two cases will act as memory, right? And when T is equal to 1, what will happen? When T is equal to 1, both the inputs of this JK flip flop will be 1. When both the inputs are 1, what is happening? When both the inputs are 1, this case and this case, see the output is, next output is complement of the previous output. Okay, next output is complement of the previous output. So let's write it. It will be given complement. Okay, this is the truth table for T flip flop. Truth table for T flip flop. Now you can make the characteristic table out of this. Okay, characteristic table out of this you can make. So to make characteristic table, what we require UN the present state of the output along with the present input, and what will be my next state. What will be my next state? Okay, so let's say if you have two this thing, we have four combinations: 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Right. So look to the truth table. When t is 0, when t is 0, the next state is the previous state. When t is 0 here and here, the next state is the previous state. So for the first one, previous state is 0, so we get a 0 here. And for the third one, previous state is 1 here, so we get a 1 here. Right? Now when t is 1, when t is 1, the next state is complement of the previous state. So here t is 1. The next state is complement of the previous state. Previous state is 0, you get a 1 here. Previous state is 1, you get a 0. So this is nothing but your characteristic table. Characteristic table of the flip flop. Okay. Similarly, you can make excitation table. Out of this characteristic table, you can give an expression to qn plus 1 here easily. So you see qn plus 1, it's a two variable problem, right? So it's a two variable problem. You have qn here, you have t here, right? 0 1 0 1 if you take. So 0 1. So where do you have 1 when qn is 0 and t is 1 here, and 1 0 over here? So what answer you will get? Diagonal grouping you can make. What answer you will get? So qn plus 1, qn plus 1 will be equal to, easily you can write, it will be XOR, isn't it? So diagonal 1, diagonal grouping if you make, so it will be qn bar t plus qn t complement, okay, which results in XOR. So qn XOR with t. This is an expression of the next output in terms of the previous output and present input. Okay, right. So make the excitation table, make the excitation table out of this, right? So how can you make excitation table out of this? So you'll take qn plus 1 and write the value of t. Okay, so possible combinations are this: 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Now look to the table where previous state, or I mean present state is 0 and the next state is 0. Okay, present state is 0, next state is 0. You can see present state is 0, next state is 0. The value of t is 0, isn't it? Value of t is 0. Now present state is 0, next state is 1. Present state is 0, next state is 1. This one. Okay, so the value of t is 1, right? Now present state is 1, next state is 0. Present state is 1, next state is 0. Okay, so this one you can see. So the value of t is 1. And when both are 1, okay, here, so the value of t is 0. This is the excitation table of t flip flop. Okay, so you can get a expression for t over here. I leave it to you. Okay, so you can give an expression to t in terms of qn and in terms of qn plus 1. Okay, you can give an expression to t in terms of qn and qn plus 1. How you can make? It's a two variable problem again. Okay, you take qn in one hand and qn plus 1 in another hand, right? So when qn is 0 and it is 1, qn plus 1 is 1. 0 1 0 1. Okay, so you get a value here, you get a value here. Again, it is diagonal grouping. So the value of expression of t will be qn XOR with qn plus 1. Right. So what we have discussed in today's class is JK flip-flop and its how it is working, and we made its truth table, characteristic table, excitation table, and we looked into the limitations of JK flip-flop, that is the race around condition. Along with that, we learned the toggle flip-flop, T flip-flop, and we have seen its truth table, characteristic table, excitation table, and we have expressed the next state output in terms of present output, and we gave an expression to T also in terms of previous and next output. So we'll stop here. Next class we'll discuss counters. Okay.